Welcome friends, it is I, Hi-Rez Studios, and it's time for the vlog! In the background, we have not decided what we're going to show. We might show the Sobek, we might not. If you saw the Sobek game in stream, it's an interesting one, and a lot of people actually wanted to see us upload it. I just don't know. In that game, I played terrible. Absolutely terrible. So I'm kind of checked out the first half of that game. Because, like, well, there's no way I'm going to use this. I'm playing like crap. My teammates are mad at me. I've muted them all because I don't want to deal with them screaming at me at this point. I don't think this is going to go well. And then I recover, and then I'm in the game. Because it takes a while to build after you're behind, but I never gave up. I just wasn't being very positive about the game. So the first half I'm a bit checked out, and the second half I'm jacked in. So it's an interesting mix there. Some people really want to see it released, and other people didn't say anything. So it's mostly just people want to see it released. So I don't know if we're going to make it released or not. Because I don't know how entertaining that would be. The first half, not so great. Not so great. It's mostly a lesson in what not to do. That's important, of course. The first half of the game is a lesson in what not to do. Because I just played it very badly, very poorly. The second half is exactly how to play. And I did that very well. But I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do with that video. Okay, so for those who don't know, Saturday mornings is when I do the vlogs, maybe Friday nights, or Saturday nights if I have to, and the vlogs are released, of course, Saturday night or Sunday. And so the giveaway, if you didn't know, or at this point you've missed it if you didn't know, is in about an hour from now. And I'm excited because we don't get to do giveaways too often, and it's good to give things to people, you know? It's always nice to give people stuff. It's cool. So I'm happy that we're going to do that. And it's a big thank you to Silver Sniper for donating to us. He donated an Almighty Zeus skin, which unlocks Zeus if you don't have him, so that'd be good for people who don't have the pack, or just want that skin. He also donated a 400 gem code. So thank you to Silver Sniper for that, and thank you, as always, for the monthly donations on Patreon to Silver Sniper. Thank you. And to everyone else on Patreon. Another thank you as far as donations go is thank you to Spaceman. He made a donation as well, so thank you to Spaceman. And thank you to everyone else who donates in the future or in the past. Thank you for donations. They really help us out. The other thing I'm giving away is going to be the Alien Rare Raw skin, or I already gave away. Like, because I'm going to give it away, but it'll be post when you see it, so it's given away? Yeah, okay, so I'm giving away an Alien Rare Raw skin. I, through kindness of donations, have some of those, so I'm going to give one away and give away the other ones in the future, of course. I always use that with other things, or just give them out randomly, because they don't exist anymore. The Alienware Raw skin doesn't exist anymore, unless Alienware goes, here, let's give everyone 50 codes, there you go. I have a couple, so I have those, so I'll use those in the future, and just give them out over time, because, well, it's not a skin you can get anymore, so, yeah, so I feel like it's just a nice thing to give people. Like, hey, here's a super duper ridiculously rare skin, there you go, there you go. Maybe we should try to sell them. Now, because the reason why is Alienware's policy is if they see people trying to sell the skin, they're going to give away a bunch of the skin. Just to screw over people trying to sell the skin. That is what they're trying to do. And so I'm like, maybe I should just try to sell some of these. So they do that. But the question is, are they paying attention enough that they'll do it? It's a weird thing there, I guess. But maybe the Alienware will give away more raw skins in the future, because that'd be cool. That'd be good. But they're officially not doing it anymore. But they said they will unofficially give out more, so they stop people from trying to sell them, basically. Because who doesn't hate scalpers? I know damn well the people who wanted to pre-order Zelda are pissed off about scalpers. Also, when it comes to amiibos. That is bullcrap, and I'm going to talk about that for a minute. Nintendo is making a killing on amiibos. They're selling out. They're selling out a lot. They should just sell more. They're like, we're not going to make any more of these. Well, all the scalpers got them all. How about you make more to screw over the scalpers and let your fans buy them? I know some people are pissed at these amiibos because like they're just little toy things that don't do much. Yeah, but you know what? They're selling. They are selling. And the fact the scalpers are the only ones who's getting their hands on them is pissing everyone off. Forget making it this limited. Just sell more. Nintendo, you make more money. Forget the prestige of it being like only this few exist, because you know what that does? That just helps the scalpers. That doesn't help anyone else. I get resale as a way of life, and I've met people who do it as a living. Nothing against them, but god damn it, don't buy them all. Buy them all. Yeah, don't buy them all. You don't have to buy them all, although someone else will scalp and buy them all instead, so damn it. So just Nintendo, make more. Make more. You company that's never going to hear me from this vlog, make more, please. Because I would like to own some things. And not now, but in the future. Like when I actually have money, I would like to own a Martha amiibo. Okay, the giveaway is going to be... switching gears already. So the giveaway, noon, is when I'm doing it. Is when I did it. And it should be a lot of fun. And what's important is this giveaway is for the viewers, so they have fun and everything. So we're going to have as much fun as we can. We know I can be pretty critical when things are not going so well. But usually I give a pass to most people, but when I've seen you guys for a couple months, I don't really give you guys as much of a pass, because I know you guys should be doing better. Or at least not making huge mistakes. So I am a bit more critical of the regulars than I am of new people, because I know they're new people. But when you learn a lesson, I just hope you remember that lesson. And when you don't remember that lesson, it goes, come on, know that, you know not to do that. You know not to. You know not to do that. Why are you doing that? Why are you dying right now? Why are you 1v5ing? You know not to 1v5. Oh god, you're 1v5ing. Oh no. 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 And then it's frustrating. But I rein it in pretty well for the new people. It's for the regulars I don't rein it in as well. I could rein it in a little bit better. But I'm gonna still be a bit critical of your asses. I'm not gonna not be. Because if I'm not keeping an eye on your mistakes and trying to say what you're doing wrong, well then I'm not helping, am I? I don't know. Am I? It's not... Okay, the PDS. Mannequin's gone. Who didn't see that freaking coming? Like, it's an Arachne passive. That's not gonna stay. Arachne's old passive was nice. And it proved itself. And that's gone. And then they made a bunch of changes. They nerfed things. They didn't really buff things. They nerfed more things. Magi's no longer has CC reduction. Now it's just a bubble. And all that stuff. And you get what they're doing, and I have no idea if it's the right way to go about it. They're weakening everything except for a couple key items. Like they've weakened Quinn size, but it's still going to be a core item. But they've weakened a lot of stuff across the board so that they're cheaper. So that you have to think about your build more, and you have to counter build more, and build for the situation and stuff like that. Because pen's no longer on the boots, cooldown's no longer on the physical boots. They did a bunch of things. They made the boots super duper cheap. They made a lot of items really cheap. Sovereignty is crap now in a way. You have to get the sovereignty and then the magical sovereignty if you want to have a kind of good base for your team in a way, because they both give auras. And they just did a lot of things to try to destroy the metas, for the most part. They didn't completely kill Quinn size, because they want to keep the Pegasus build, or the Unicorn, whatever build you want to call it anymore. All the corn builds. They want to keep that build alive. In a way, they want to keep that alternative alive. So you have a crit build possible, or this build possible. But what they're trying to do is they're trying to make it that there's a bunch of possible builds to do, and also counter builds, and just things to consider. That's what they're trying to do. That's why everything's so damn cheap. That's why everything's so damn weak. They want to just make it that you have all these different options, and that you can get to your final build sooner. And so we'll see how that goes, because the crits haven't been touched at all when you look at them. Crits haven't been touched, other things have been touched. So we'll see if that actually works out, because they also we'll see. They also put up the attack speed on hunters, but they killed their clear a little bit. It's a Thomas and Cobb and Neath, who have amazing clears now, so they're kind of top tier at the moment, just because of superior clear and the ability to manage their mana kind of well. So we'll see how that all goes when the season finally starts sometime in February. Another thing is, I'm back to not playing ranked, and if anyone judges me for not playing ranked, you can go kiss my ass. You can kiss all of it, the entire ass. I will hire a donkey. You can kiss that donkey as well, because ranked can shove it. Holy crap, did I encounter the most toxic people ever. And I tried to stick it out. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good, son. I'm good. God, I could not. And then when I voiced my disappointment, people were like, what did you expect? It's ranked. Like, I expected better. I expected higher play and less everything. I did not expect it to be worse than casual. Because, yeah, sure, everyone's serious in ranked, but you would expect people in ranked to realize, oh yeah, if I'm an asshole, I'm gonna lose. But it never happened. That asshole kept being an asshole. That's what kept going. I'm an asshole, and I'm gonna keep being an asshole, and I'm an asshole. And it just kept going. And they never realized. And when people went, you're bringing down the team, he just kept being an asshole. Instead, he was being an asshole even more so, because he got brought up. He's like, you're bringing down the team. And it was just mind-blowing, because I kept getting the same guy, even when I skipped Q. I'm not gonna play for a while. I'm in it again. I got this guy again! And it was this again. Like, one game went, mid wants Nox banned. Our jungler, who's the top pick, says, nah, Nox is easy to deal with. I'm not going to ban her. When your mid is going to fight Nox, and he's not comfortable fighting Nox, you ban Nox. You do not say she's easy to deal with. I'm not going to ban her. You have disrespected your mid, and you have guaranteed they're going to have a bad time. Because what happened in the game? They got rocked by Nox. Nox kicked their ass. And then the jungler, who was the top pick, was just bitching the entire game, going, I don't know how you can't deal with Nox. I don't know what's your problem with Nox. Nox is an OP. She's not hard to deal with. You should be able to deal with her. And it's just me going, shut up, you idiot. This is your teammate. Your teammate could not deal with Nox. He begged you to ban Nox. You did not. We're going to lose this match if you don't get your head on straight and we do better. He bitched a little more, everyone shut up, and then we got back to work and we won the game. That was not very fun. Not at all. That was really not fun. Next game, we get a Serket. Serket just destroys everything. Yay, we win. Not much went in that one. There was not that much talk. It was weird. Like, when things were going positive, I'm like, good job, good job. I kept saying, good job, well done, good games, good rotations, good this, good that. Nobody really talked. Apparently, when the chips are not down, nobody talks. That was weird. Next game, dude gets first blooded at the start, and he just bitches. And bitches, and bitches, and bitches, and bitches, and is just annoying, and is bringing everyone down. Nobody's playing well, because they have to listen to this guy, because they do not want to mute him, because if they mute him, then we're screwed, because we can't hear any MIA calls, or rotation calls, or any of that, because we're in ring. And he bitches, and bitches, and bitches, and bitches, and bitches, and 30 minutes later, someone finally goes, what the hell, man? Just stop bitching already. What does he do? He just bitches more. And it just, oh my God. And of course we lost. Of course we lost. No one played well that game. Nobody played good. And then next game, I got him again. I got this guy again. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure his lane does well. Because I am not going to listen to this guy bitch again. And he goes in deep and gets himself killed on his own. Son of a bitch! Now he's gonna bitch some more! You know what I did? I muted him at the start, because I knew it was coming. I knew it. I muted him at the start. The rest of the game is people telling him to stop complaining so damn much, that he's bringing himself down, that he's bringing the team down, that we're losing because he can't shut up. And he just keeps going. So it's like, Jesus Christ. Hip Q. Oh, I got him again. Alright, well, I think I'm done playing ranked. I'm done playing ranked. I am done playing ranked. Oh, man. You know, people pay good money to get beaten up. I'm not gonna let them do it for free, you know? Like, I'm not gonna go into ranked so I can be abused again. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do that. Ranked play should be the purest, should be the best place for combat, where you should see the best stuff. But it's not. The realization is 5-man pre-made is at the end of the day probably it, because you'll run into pros there more likely. You'll run into pros in ranked, because some pros came from ranked. But if you want to fight 5-mans and pros trying to scrim, or amateurs trying to get into the pros scrimming, you got to fight them at the 5-man pre-made. That's the place to get the purest. And that is the place that I will wish I could be, but I don't have the people to do it, because I'm too busy entertaining anyway, and that's more my facet anyway. But if I wanted to play at the purest level, at the highest and most fun level, either convince an amateur team to scrim with you, or you do 5-man pre-made. Those are the best places to go. Ranked? Kiss all my ass. All of it. All of it. Good job getting the diamond, people. Good job for you got there, platinum, all that. Good job that you're able to deal with that bullshit. I am not going to deal with that bullshit, because I do not have the time or the patience to deal with that bullshit. At all. And, oh, by the way, I was playing against platinums and golds. I did not expect that much vitriol, that much toxicity from platinums and golds. I did not expect that. At all. So it's extra frustrating. If I was playing against bronze and bronze and silvers, I would be like, okay, fine. This is just bad toxicity. There's not much I can do. I'm in bronze and silver. I was playing with platinums and golds. And that was more of the punch right there. It's like, oh god, I'm playing with the higher level shit, and this is not good. Oh, yeah, I'm not good with this. No, not okay with this. And just people going, what did you expect? And just, I expected better. don't think I'm wrong to expect better. I don't think I'm wrong at all to expect, how about we be human beings and not assholes? I was expecting that. I just, to be human is to err, but to be human is not to be an asshole, I believe. I don't want to think I'm wrong. I think there's a lot of assholes out there. There's plenty. This is apparently going to become the asshole vlog. But there's plenty out there. We know that there's plenty out there, but there's a lot of good people too. At the end of the day, I want to believe that we are majority decent and not majority asshole. I want to believe that. I want to believe that the minority is very vocal, and that minority is assholes. I want to believe the majority is just being quiet, because if the majority is assholes, then right? But even then, even if you are the minority, even if the decent are the minority, that's no reason to become an asshole. That's no reason to give up. You just gotta hold on stronger and do better, I guess, and just find your way. Yeah, it's really hard for that, though. And let's talk about ignorance and echo chambers. The internet is the biggest and grandest and most destructive echo chamber in the existence of mankind. And it could screw us over pretty bad. Because it's just easier to find people who think like you. And sometimes that's dangerous. That is very dangerous. Because those people who think like you could be a totally not good person. And you got more not good people with you. And now you've got a group of not good people who can feed off each other. And holy shit, this is bad. Because of echo chambers, even if you are wrong, you are right, because you have other people who agree with you. And that is dangerous. And that is something to worry about as an individual. I like to think I'm sensible about a lot of things. I argue a lot of things. I'm very adamant about a lot of things. But what's important, though, is that I always listen to the other side. 80% of the time I do, 20% of the time I probably don't. And it requires more voice to change me up, to flip me over. Now, what the hell am I even talking about? So we could have some sort of, let me just go with the example that just occurred, that I ranted on about. Jagras put up this thing about, on Twitch, Reddit, about female streamers, and her reply and all this stuff. So there's a talk about female streamers on Twitch Reddit. And this guy puts up, all female streamers are all about the boobs. Everyone just watches them for their boobs. Here's an example of this image. Probably Casey Tron or one of the other girls. Here's an example, more boobs, more boobs, more boobs, more boobs. It just shows a bunch of boobs. These are the only reason why people watch female streamers. For their boobs. Jag goes, that's not the only reason people watch female streamers. I'm a female streamer. I think I'm successful. And I don't do any of that. And so their reaction is, I wasn't making a generalization. I was talking about just this group. Get off your high horse. They were making a generalization. They were saying all the female streamers were boobs. They did that. And their reaction is, no, I wasn't. No, I didn't. Instead of just going, yeah, you're right. I made a bad generalization. What I meant was just this specific group. Instead it was, I meant the specific group. You're an idiot. That's what their reaction basically was. And that's not good. And then it's just this circle of ignorance going on there. Just treating Jag badly for standing up and saying not all female streamers are that. And obviously not all female streamers are that. Not all of anything is a thing. And you get in that whole argument of not all men, not all white people, not all black people, not all this, not all that. And the truth of the matter is, of course, not all this and that. But you can't, but it's also, the truth of the matter is no generalization is completely true. Generalizations are dangerous because they're blanket statements that are obviously not going to apply to every single thing. Maybe you've seen a lot of something that applies to it, but it's never everyone. But when you start thinking it's everyone, then that's a problem. Because you assume every female streamer is just about boobs. So you're gonna say every female streamer is whatever towards that, feeling towards that. If you look down on female streamers because you feel they all do boobs, even the ones who don't because you don't realize that, that's not good for female streamers, obviously. It's not good for streamers in general to just look down on female streamers and just say, male streamers have it harder. And it's just, truth of the matter is there's just different groups of things, obviously. There's female streamers who use their boobs to their advantage. There's female streamers who don't. There's male streamers who do this. There's male streamers who do that. There's a lot of things going on, a lot of ways. Of course, it does make you shake your head when there were the female streamers who played in lingerie. They straight up played in lingerie. They did. And it's like, well, they got all the views, so shit. But, it's just a thing. It's just a thing. There's always going to be groups of all these things. There's going to be streamers who do things that you don't agree with. There's going to be streamers who do things you agree with. But they all exist, and you have to accept that. But that doesn't mean that it's the only way to do things, I guess. Or to believe that's the only way that it's going to be done. A bunch of female streamers showing their boobs or their cleavage does not mean every female streamer is going to do that or should do that. I think that's the better way to put it. You should not expect that, and it should not be expected of them, and that should not be used as just a way to go, oh, all female streamers are this. No, that's not okay. I'm taking a very long walk on this, aren't I? But yeah, that's just, no, not okay. The problem with echo chambers, though, is because people have people who agree with them, even if they're wrong, that they'll never admit they're wrong. One of the strongest things a human being can do is to admit they're wrong, to accept that they might have made a mistake, because you cannot grow if you do not understand you've made a mistake. If you just keep banging your head against that wall going, eventually I'm going to break through. I know I'm going to break through because my buddies say I'm going to make it through here as long as I keep banging my damn head. You're going to just give yourself brain damage. That's all you're going to do. Get a sledgehammer or something. Like, you just keep doing a thing, though it's wrong, and never admit you are wrong. You will never grow and do better. And I'm using a bad analogy with that brick wall thing, but you have to understand your mistakes if you want to grow. This is important, because there are people who don't understand that. They exist. They freaking exist. And it is troubling every time to see them. I try hard to see my mistakes so I can do better. And I beat myself up when I make mistakes. I beat myself up when sometimes I think I am being too critical of you guys. But I feel like at the time, I need to be a bit more critical. But I do regret being critical at times because maybe I was too much or maybe I wasn't enough. I never know. You never really know. But I'm always looking for mistakes to improve. Because if we don't improve, what the hell, right? We need to always be improving. If we want to grow, we need to improve. I guess that makes sense. But there are people who will blissfully be ignorant and not care about improving, will not care about finding the better answer or the better conversation. Their answer, their belief is their belief. They're not willing to budge, not willing to even consider enriching that belief by considering the other side. They're just in their spot. They are just ignorant. And fighting ignorance is painful and annoying and frustrating. And Kylex had the best answer for dealing with ignorance. My question is, how do you deal with ignorance? And Kylex's answer is with patience. And that is correct. It is just so draining to be patient. It is really hard. But if enough voices, enough speaking happens, perhaps the ignorant will go, maybe I'm being ignorant. But it takes a lot of patience and a lot of voices to do it. Or they just stonewall and go, these people are dumbasses, I'm never going to listen to them. That's also a possibility as well. And it's just frustrating. It really is. And just Jag talking about trying to use logic and just, like she's saying, if you try to bring logic to this, sometimes you just go in a circle because they just don't care what you're saying. They just care what they're saying, and it's just going in a circle. And it's like, yeah, and I'm going to use this line because I'm proud of it. That is, bringing logic to an ignorance fight is like bringing a knife to a banana fight. You have the superior weapon, but they don't care. They don't. They don't care that you're being logical. All they care about is their answer. And it's not an attempt at being us versus them or anything to any of that, but it's just, some people are willfully ignorant, some people are just ignorant and they don't understand why they're ignorant, or they just don't care. There's a lot going on there, and it's just frustrating when you're dealing with ignorance, especially willful ignorance. And I'm just airing my frustration, I guess. And we're going way farther than Jinx wanted me to go, so I'm gonna stop now. Plenty rant, I always rant, don't I? But that's what these vlogs are. These vlogs are for me to say what I feel, to say my opinions. But here's one thing that is very important to understand, and because I've seen it before. A rant is not, when you rant, especially to the public, you must accept whatever is said back at you. Whatever repercussions are said back at you. You must accept them because you put it out into the open. Because, this is the last thing I'm going to talk about. There are times when people make these rants, and they're extremely racist rants. Extremely racist rants about this or that. A lot of people seen the one about the white chick complaining about Asians in a library, doing all these racist gestures about them, and she did not feel like it was okay for people to call her racist after her rant. No, when you do a rant, and if you were horribly racist, if you just did a bunch of stereotypes and all that shit, you are open to criticism, because you put it out in the public. She said, that doesn't mean be vicious towards her, it just means you can call her out and go, that was pretty racist. she said all these racist things, and she got called out on. People like saying, I'm not racist. I was just really mad about this thing. It's like, you came off as racist, and you got to accept that at that rant, you came off as racist. So whatever comes back at me from my rant here, I must accept that and try to understand why you feel that way. Like, whatever it is. But sometimes shit is just crazy. Sometimes crazy is just crazy. And you also have to accept that sometimes people are just crazy. One more example, and then we're out. Total Biscuit was really pissed off about anti-vaxxers. Because guess what? Measles are back. And he was just really mad about that, about anti-vaxxers. As a biologist, as a former neuroscientist, as someone who understands medicine a lot, anti-vaxxers piss me the fudge off. Because it's people listening to a celebrity, not to a doctor. That's what anti-vaxxing is. Jenny McCarthy has what college degree? Doctors around the world have how many college degrees? Who is being listened to? Jenny McCarthy. What is wrong with us? So measles are back! Measles are back, people. And so TV's mad about that, and I'm mad about that. And then someone comes in and compares the anti-vaxxers to SJWs in video games. How the hell did you make that leap? How the hell do you make that leap? I don't know. I don't understand how you could make the leap from anti-vaxxers to SJWs in video games. These are two very different things. Holy shit. And then their example was freaking, when I was in San Francisco for a while, that's how they acted. That does not make them the same thing. That does not make them the same. Ignorance is bliss, because you do not understand how fucking retarded you are. Sometimes there's crazy. I had to block that person because they go on to keep talking. I was not going to enter that conversation. I was done. That was not going to happen. No. 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 Hell no. Oh no. Alright. That's it for the vlog. I've gone way over and Jinx is going to murder my ass. But sometimes I'm just gonna rant, I guess, right? And this is one of those times. Just a big old ranty rant. Oh man. New LP on the stream Monday. Should be a lot of fun. Smite as always. I know sometimes I take it too seriously. And sometimes I should be more silly. And well, I'm always gonna work on that. And my apologies if I come off a bit too brash in my criticism. I don't mean to do that. But sometimes I do get upset and go, come on. And I don't mean to, but I do know that it's not okay. Sometimes I don't mean to. I really don't mean to, but it's just I am of course a bit of an aggressive person, I suppose. I'm not trying to justify it. I'm not trying to I will never try to justify. I guess I'm trying to justify it, but I don't mean At the end of the day, I want to be a good person. You know? I think that's a pretty good goal, right? I want to be a good person. But I also want to help others do better, and I'm a bit aggressive in that. And I'm not trying to justify it, but that's what I am, and I don't know. Maybe I'm just trying to justify it without trying to... Confusing, isn't it? Really confusing. At the end of the day, you're going to offend some people, you're not going to offend other people. I'd rather not offend anybody. But if you don't offend anybody, then are you actually doing anything? That's a thought for another time, because I'm still going on it. So let's just end this thing, right? Thank you, as always, to you viewers for watching and listening. Thank you to Jinx for all of her work. Thank you for donations from everyone. Thank you for being around. Thank you for spreading the word. It's always important when you spread the word, because it really helps us out. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for enjoying. If you're not enjoying the videos, then that's unfortunate. Maybe the next one will get you if this one didn't. Such and such like that. Because obviously no one's goal is to not be entertaining. If that's your goal, you're being a really weird faux artist. I did quotation marks on that. Thank you to Jinx. Thank you, I guess, to myself for the work I do. I could always do better. Yeah. That's it. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, as always, and I do mean that. And, yeah, let's do better. And always do better, right? That right there is the vlog. I had fun watching. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? Having fun. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time. Depending on the video, it's still going, or I went over. But either way, have fun, everybody.
under attack. Your left tower has been... An ally has been slain.
Face me!
A basket garbage bomb! An enemy has been slain.
Over here!
Your right tower is under attack. Your right tower has been destroyed.
Arms!
A basket garbage is under attack. An enemy has been slain.
Go, monkey, go!
Over here!
Your left tower is under attack.
Face me!
A basket garbage bomb! Spamming speed! Killing spree! An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Over here!
Got him! Double kill!
Your middle tower is under attack.
Wait for me! Face me!
Your middle tower has been destroyed.
Posse!
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Ho!
An enemy has been slain.
Called for, sir. A basket, Kirby! One!
Nice me!
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Killing spree.
The way is open.
The world's no bigger.
A basket, Kirby!
An
One!
enemy has been slain.
Over here!
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Close!
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Pardon me.
An enemy has been slain. Your team has destroyed a middle enemy tower.
A basket, Kirby! One!
Over here!
Ahoy! A basket, Kirby! One!
is under attack. Your left tower has been destroyed.
Step aside.
An ally has been slain.
Over
An
here.
ally has been slain.
Face me.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Killing
Over
spree.
here.
A basket, skirmish swamp!
Double kill.
You have slain an enemy.
Face me. Rally. That's far enough. Face me.
A basket, skirmish swamp!
An ally.
Shut down!
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Over here!
An ally has
Get
been
you behind
slain.
me!
A new pursuit.
Right!
An ally has been slain.
Oh! Avast, you scurvy swabs!
An enemy has been slain.
Avast, you scurvy swabs!
You have slain an enemy.
Oh!
An ally has been slain.
Tar!
Killing spree. An enemy has been slain.
Your team has destroyed a middle enemy Phoenix. Your team has destroyed a left enemy Phoenix.
An enemy has been slain.
Deicide!
Pardon me.